Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on the show today. This week we're at Lake Eucha, northeast Oklahoma. It's a very, very small lake, but the one thing about this lake, it has big bass in it. So if you've ever been to Oklahoma, this is a place you need to visit. This week though, we're gonna be fishing in deep water, throwing a Strike King Sexy Spoon. Promise you, we're gonna put some big bass in the boat. But you know what? Fox Sports Outdoors starts right now.
You're watching the only program with weekly fishing reports and real-time outdoor news from the Southeast region. This is Fox Sports Outdoors.
I'm Andrew Upshaw. I'm your guest host this week. A little bit about me, I fish the FLW Tour, have for quite a while now. And the one cool thing about my job is I get to travel all over the country and fish. And this week is no different. I'm on Lake Eucha in northeast Oklahoma. It's just southeast of Grand Lake. And the cool thing about this lake is it's not gonna flood like some of these other lakes have. You know, we've had an abundance of rain this year. Grand Lake, Arkansas River, all have been flooded. The cool thing about Lake Eucha, it has a spillway. You know, as you can see here, it is an awesome place. It has some big bass, some deep structure, and hopefully that's what we'll catch today on our Strike King Sexy Spoon, among other baits. You know, in the meantime, we're also gonna have fishing reports from our insider reporters. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get this boat out here. I'm ready to go catch some big old bass. And I'm gonna go ahead and toss it back to FSN Studios for your weekend planner.
Hi everybody, a check of these Salooner tables shows Saturday as the best time to be on the water this weekend. Conditions are listed as good with peak times in the middle of the night and also in the afternoon beginning at 2:32 on Saturday and 3:35 on Sunday. Look for the sun to rise at 6:44 and set at 8:26. Evenings will feature a moon that is only 9% visible. Stay with us for freshwater and coastal fishing information from around the region. And MLF angler and two-time angler of the year, Gerald Swindle, stops by to answer your Ask the Pro question. We're coming right back.
Idling out here on Lake Eucha, and I'm going to tell you this, it's kind of hot today. It's almost dead calm. We got a little breeze on the water. You know, the thing about August, this time frame, is it's gonna be hot no matter what. And so, you know, the most important thing is to go out there early and late if you can, and that way you're gonna stay a little bit cooler. Make sure you carry a lot of ice and a lot of water. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go see if I can go catch me some bass.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Lose. Feel the difference. Gene LaRue and Bobby Garland, the best in bass and crappie lures, heads to tails. Glacier Glove. Stay outdoors longer with our gloves, hats, and shades. Gulf Shores and Orange Beach. Request our free 2019 fishing guide at orangebeach.com.
I didn't know Lake Eucha had fish like this one. Oh, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. Ah, oh gosh. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. That's a big one. He had it as soon as I went to hop it up again. Oh, man. Dude, this feels like a really big one. Holy cow. Come on. I just caught a white bass the cast before this swimming that spoon. And if you notice, sometimes you catch a white bass, and that's actually what triggers that school into biting. I don't know if this is a white bass or not, but it feels like a big old fish. Whatever it is. God, he's staying down. That's the thing about these summertime fish. A lot of times they stay down. Oh, he's right behind a school of minnows. They're actually chasing my line. Oh my gosh, what do I have? Oh my gosh, that is a giant. Holy crap. Look at, well, I hope I land this thing. I want y'all to get a look at this bass. I didn't know Lake Eucha had fish like this one. Oh, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. Ah, oh gosh, so big. So big. Oh, come here, come here, come here. You Lake Eucha giant. Oh, come here, come here, come here. Oh, gosh, I got him. Holy cow. Oh, I didn't know I was gonna catch one this big. Oh my gosh. Sexy Spoon, right there. Look at that giant right there, man. Oh my gosh. Oh, my first cast on that school of fish that we found was a white bass swimming that spoon. And I'm telling you right now, I bet swimming that spoon actually triggered, when I caught that white bass, actually triggered this big one into biting. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I landed this thing. This thing is a giant. I mean, he's got to be close to 6 pounds, maybe a little bit heavier. Let's get him back in there and let's take a look at this fish, man. Like, holy cow. Look at that fish. Wow, look at those shoulders on that thing. So if you notice right here, we're right next to our marker buoy. Found this school of fish. They were on the end of this point. There's a lot of points all over Lake Eucha, and all of them are pretty good, but the main thing that we were looking for was bait. Bait is the #1 thing that you look for in July and August, because sometimes they're not necessarily related to the bottom as much as they are the bait fish. As soon as we found that, we started swimming that spoon, caught that white bass, then caught that 6-pounder. I have to throw back out there. I'd love to talk to you for more, but I gotta go out there and cast that sexy spoon around and see if I can catch one more.
On the southeast coast this week, triple tail, summer trout fishing, amberjack, grouper, snapper, and even tarpon. I'll have all the details, but first this from our good friends at Foreshore Transportation. Foreshore Transportation, the simple solution to all your freight hauling needs. Foreshore can ship freight across the country, across the state. Whatever the load, wherever the destination, Foreshore gets it done fast, safe, and hassle-free. Well, my good friend Jake Marcus says that no rain and great water quality with south winds is making for ideal conditions for triple tail fishing along the Alabama coast. These fish are typically 8 to 10 or 12 pounds, but they are getting some fish to 20 pounds. He always uses the biggest live shrimp he can get with corks. He sight fishes for them around channel markers and floats them, finds the fish, pitches the baits to them, works a little bit, and they'll do the rest. Jake says dawn trout fishing along the beaches of Alabama has been very good. Also over in Mississippi, it's been good. The oil platforms in Mobile Bay have been producing some fish, and also the state inshore reefs. In Mississippi, it's amberjacks, snapper, and grouper. They're open now from the 1st on for at least a couple of weeks. I'll look for those fish in 60 to 100 feet of water. In southeast Georgia, my good friend Captain Greg Hilda says that trout fishing has been really pretty good in 3 to 5 feet of water in the sounds. Greg says that if you want to catch some sharks, lots of good fun fishing for these black-tip sharks and spinners that do jump. It's wide open now around the shrimp boats. There's plenty of tarpon around the shrimp boats too, but to help avoid the sharks, Greg casts DOA big mullet, and when he sees the tarpon, he casts to him and he catches them that way. Well, that's it for the southeast coast. Get out in the water and take a youngster with you when you go.
If you notice, whenever I'm jerking the spoon, I actually grab this into the rod, and it's to give you a little more, leverage. Is that a fish? Oh, that is a fish. Holy crap. But what I was saying is you give yourself a little more leverage on those hook sets from a long ways out there. Oh, he's just swimming there. Oh, come on, baby. Stay down. Oh, there you go. Oh gosh, it's another big one. Stay down. Stay down, stay down, stay down. Don't jump. Don't jump. Come on. Oh, got him back down. There we go. Man, it's another good one, dude. Oh, there we go. Oh, shoot. Come here. The bad thing about these spoons is they get them like that. Whew. Oh my gosh, another big one, dude. All right, let's get him back real fast. Summertime, you always want to get them back in the water as fast as possible. There you go, baby. Here, go ahead, you're good. Tell you what I did right there. So I stood back up. I did not catch a fish on my next cast. Actually, it took me about 10 or 15. What I ended up doing is I shifted around the point, situated more on the right side of the point, casting across it to the exact same spot where I was catching those, but I wanted to bring them at a different angle. So started hopping that spoon. If you notice, whenever I was jerking that spoon up there, and I'm just gonna make a little short pitch so I can give an example. When I go to jerk it, I'm actually grabbing the back end of my rod and using it to actually push the rod like that. And what that does is it gives you a lot of leverage to jerk that spoon really, really hard. You know, if you just jerk it like this, you can only get so much strength behind it. When you use 2 hands, you can be really hard and give it really hard snaps. And you'd be surprised, that 15, 17 pound line, whatever size line you're fishing on it, it actually can handle it pretty well. But you know, I actually like a slower gear ratio speed on my spoon. And the only reason why is because you're already jerking it real fast. You don't necessarily have to have that really fast gear ratio. This is just a custom speed spool, and it's in a 6/8 to 1 gear ratio. But I tell you, probably the most important aspect of this, jigging this big Strike King Sexy Spoon, is this swim bait rod, this Macro swim bait rod. This is our very best flutter spoon rod. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Don't open your mouth, don't open your mouth. No, got him. Woo, woo, woo. There's one. Oh, there we go. Picked up. Oh, not a bad one. It ain't a big one. But when those fish get really kind of strange, you can pick up this Neko rig and catch them. Real light line. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, man. He's a fighter now. Oh, I might have to get these loose mock pliers out real quick and get this fish. He's just a little deep, not a big deal though. All right, let's get him back in the water. You always want to get these summertime fish back in the water as fast as possible, just because you want to make sure they survive. Wow, I had him hooked good. All right, there we go. Not a bad one, you know, on the little Neko rig. Let's get him back in. Okay, so basically, this is what your Neko rig is. I'm throwing a weedless hook here. I just like a weedless hook because if you're around stumps or brush piles, something like that, what you do is you get a little O-ring. You can find these at auto parts stores. You can find them at various tackle stores. And you slip that O-ring on. And in the head of it, you put a weight. So this is a nail weight that's in here. It's like an 1/8 ounce because we're fishing in anywhere between 18 and 20 foot. And then when you hook it, you just hook the plastic and hook just inside that O-ring. So whenever it's going, this is the weight end, that bait's pulling along, and when they eat it, they get that hook. But anytime the ledge fishing gets kind of slow, like it is today, you can catch them on a spoon, catch them on, you know, deep diving crankbait like a 6XD. When that bite stops, pick you up that little Neko rig, shake it down there, and you're gonna catch some more bass. I'm gonna go catch me another one though.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama report. It's brought to you by Can Cooker. You know, Can Cooker has tons of different options that make cooking fun, make it convenient, and make it super tasty. Whether you're camping, hunting, whether you're on the road, or whether you're just at home, check out cancooker.com and find just tons of new options. It's hot here right now. My tip for you this week is wear clothing that protects you from the sun. This is UPF resistant, it's moisture wicking, it's got a hood, I can pull it up and get the sun off my neck and ears and face. So take really good care of yourself. It's super easy to get too hot. As far as fishing goes, the best thing you can do in this 3-state region right now is fish early, fish late, or fish at night. I know the bite is super hot at night on Gunnersville right now. They're catching them on a big spinner bait, on main river bars, on the end of grass points. The bite's really good at Smith Lake in Alabama right now as well. Go on the lower end and fish docks that have lights and fish the shadow lines. Swim baits are really good. You can fish a whopper plopper, a topwater type bait, you know, propeller type bait. In Mississippi, I'm still going early and late, and I'm probably still going to go to Ross Barnett or Bay Springs for bass, and I'm probably going to go to Enid or Sardis for crappie. And in Tennessee, no doubt, I'm going to go to Chickamauga if I'm going to fish early and late in the daytime, and I am going to Dale Hollow at night. And but take care of yourself. Be careful. We'd love to see you out here. God bless.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Motor Guide's wireless and easy-to-use XI3. Waypoint Marine, the Gulf Coast's leading saltwater boating specialist. Strike King, tie one on. Nitro Performance Fishing Boats, because champions aren't born, they're made.
The Neko rig strikes a big one right there now. Check out that fish. My goodness. Oh, there's one. Oh, Oh, oh my gosh. Whew. Now this is a beauty here. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Whew. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Don't open your mouth, don't open your mouth. No, got him. Whoo, whoo, whoo. The Neko rig strikes a big one right there now. Check out that fish. My goodness. I just caught quite a few fish on a spoon and they went back down, and it just goes to show you, pick up something else, something that you can fish a little bit slower, and it's gonna put a few extra fish in the boat. But I'm gonna get this fish back in the water real quick. Oh, there you go, baby. I'm gonna talk about my setup for this Neko rig. So basically, I use one rod for a lot of different techniques, and this rod is the Team Lew's Custom Pro Dock Sniper rod. It's a model of rod that is in a lot of different lines of our Lew's rods, but this particular one I had a little bit of hand in designing. The Dock Sniper rod is a 611 rod, a medium extra fast action, so you can load that rod up, especially when you get those big fish like that one, and it gives them a lot of rod to play with. 6-pound line. But the cool thing about this rod, I use it for my drop shot, I use it for my Neko rigs, my wacky rigs. I even throw a shad wrap or, you know, a skinny type crankbait like that, flat-sided crankbait. It's just a really good all-around rod, and it has that perfect action to where you have a lot of tip to the rod, but a lot of backbone to set the hook on fish like that. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go see if I can catch me another one, because goodness gracious, that was fun.
Hey folks, it's time for your Carolinas report, this week brought to you by the Crazy Sister Marina, leader in water sports along the Grand Strand. Go check out our new website, crazysistermarina.com. But you can get better information on all the things that you might want to do on your vacation when you're in the Grand Strand area. crazysistermarina.com. Tell you what I want to talk about, the last 2 weeks have been incredible. The American red snapper seasons, short seasons, whatever you want to call them, were open, and lots of great fish caught from North Carolina to South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. Lots of great fish caught during this short season, and you know, it's great to see us getting out there and doing that, but there's obviously some data that's not there. There's a lot of red snappers out there, and you can do your part in helping out the South Atlantic Fisheries Management Council by downloading My Fish Count. It's on their website, South Atlantic Fisheries Management Council, and you can download that app, put it on your phone. It's for recreational boaters and anglers who are out there targeting any bottom species, inshore, offshore, it doesn't matter. It's a great logbook. It works in a lot of different ways. It can help you next year when you're looking at what you did last year and everything else. It works great as a logbook. You can pull up, see where you were, watercolor, water depth, temperature, everything, moon phases, but it also helps get that crucial data for the South Atlantic Fisheries Management Council. This has been your Carolinas report, brought to you by the Crazy Sister Marina. Remember, fish smarter, not harder, and keep your chaos organized.
Ooh, is that one? Oh, that is one. God, he's like taking off to the left, like big time. Is it a bass? Might be a catfish. Feels big. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm getting back up. It's only 6-pound line here, so you got to really take it easy on these fish whenever you hook them. In the summertime, they get a little bit more sluggish, thank goodness. Oh, there he is. Oh, come here, come here, come here, come here. Oh, there we go. Well, you know what? That's not a bad fish to end the day on. Another 3-pounder in the boat. You know, let's get this fish back. And the last thing you want to do is get these fish harmed whenever you're out here in the summertime. There you go, baby. Come on out of here. So basically what we did today is we started out fishing a spoon up shallow, or out deep, but that was the first thing we threw. Whenever you find those fish that are really active, that spoon is a great way to target them. And these fish were feeding, they're feeding on big gizzard shad. So as soon as that bite actually stopped, that's when I went to the Neko rig. And it's understanding that change that's gonna put a lot of extra fish in the boat for you. So basically, this is what you gotta break down from this, is when you find those active fish, pick you up a bait that you can be active with, whether it's a spoon, a sexy spoon, a 6XD. There's a lot of things you can be really active with. But when you gotta slow down, sometimes you gotta slow way down. And that's what we did today with the the Neko rig, and we put a lot of extra bonus fish in the boat that were pretty good ones. So, you know what? I might go make me one more cast before I head back to the dock.
You can always watch our latest episode on the front page of our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com. Catch up on past episodes and learn about fishing techniques and new gear at our how-to page. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for new fishing videos every day. Simply search for Fox Sports Outdoors and click the like button on Facebook and the follow button on Twitter, and watch a new episode every week on any device by downloading the free Waypoint TV app on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Mercury, Go Boldly, Lowrance, America's #1 fish finder, Balls Out, made in the USA, heavy-duty mounts for your fish finders.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's get right to your Ask the Pro question for this week. Dusty wants to know, what is the most scared you have been on the water? For the answer, we checked with MLF angler Gerald Swindle.
The New Orleans Bassmasters Classic, and I was practicing with Timmy Horton. We had boat issues, so we were practicing together, pre-fishing. It come up the worst lightning storm I'd ever seen. I mean, it was popping lightning all around us. We tried to run for cover. Lightning kept hitting the water all around us on the bank, and there was like a little bitty old hunting shack. And we got scared, ran the boat up on the bank, and ran through the grass and got in that hunting shack and just laid on the floor. I was like, dude, we're gonna die in this place. And it was like black. There was like, you knew there was a tornado somewhere. And when Timmy and I got done with that, I'm like, dude, that was the stupidest thing we've ever done. I mean, we almost got killed trying to practice for the Classic. And I this one a few times I laid in there on that floor and I was thinking, this is it, man. There's no way we're gonna get out of this. But so watch yourself. Don't be caught out in the storm, folks. That ain't good business.
Thank you, Gerald. If you want some help from one of the pros, simply go to foxsportsoutdoors.com and follow the Ask the Pro link to submit a question. Now it's time to find out who wins this week's Big Catch of the Week.
This week's winner of the Big Catch of the Week contest is Leon Allen of Sumter, South Carolina, showing his 44-pound flathead catfish caught at the Santee Cooper Reservoir in South Carolina. To enter the contest, go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/foxsportsoutdoors and see our Big Catch post from last Tuesday. Comment with your big fish photo and the details about the catch, and you might be our next winner. Just finished up the day here on Lake Eucha, and man, what a day it was. You know, the first thing that I picked up whenever I found those fish out there on that point was a Strike King Sexy Spoon in the sexy shad color. You know, the Strike King Sexy Spoon is a great flutter spoon to catch really big fish. In this lake, there are a bunch of big gizzard shad, and all across the south. If you have a lake that there's gizzard shad in the summertime, you better tie you on a Sexy Spoon. I was throwing that on a Mark Rose Signature Series ledge rod by Luz. It's our swim bait rod. It's a 7.5-foot rod, has a great bend to it, 15-pound Seaguar line, and a 6/8-to-1 Team Loose custom reel. I like a little bit slower speed reel whenever I'm throwing my spoon in case I am reeling it and stopping it like I was on that white bass. And my cleanup hitter this week, the Neko rig. So I had a weight in the tail, or in the head of the worm, the hook straight up and down, 6-pound leader line Seaguar, and also a 10-pound braid on that 611 Dock Sniper rod, which happens to be my favorite finesse rod. I use it for just about everything. The only thing I don't throw this finesse rod with is actually a shaky head. Everything else is fair game. This is the perfect rod for that. A Team Loose Custom Pro Speed Spin. Overall, great day. Had a lot of fun, caught a lot of bass, and some pretty good ones at that. Thank you for joining us for this week's episode. I hope you learned how to find and catch them here on Lake Eucha. Barry's gonna be back next week, but until next time, I'll see you on the water.